What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. Today I've got an overused match. This one is against Brett, and I'm using a pretty interesting team here that I threw together. I mainly wanted to try to test out Mewnium Z, so that's kind of what I'm going for here. This team is built around Mew trying to get a sweep. So looking at my opponent's team, the one thing that I am worried about is the Mimikyu. That could cause some problems if it sets up Swords Dance and all that fun stuff. Some boosted Shadow Sneaks could cause some problems, but anyway, other than that, he also has the Metagross, which I'm kind of worried about, along with the Silvally and shit like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and just hop into the match here. I decided to lead off with my Mamoswine just for Stealth Rock support, as I'm guessing he predicts that, and he's going to end up leading off with his Primarina, which is not the best news for me. I'm guessing it's probably Choice Specs, and I'm kind of hydrophobic, so I don't want to take a Hydro Pump to the face. Paint, and I'm going to go ahead and switch out here. I decided to bring out my special defense wall, which is my Porygon 2, as I'm going to go ahead and trace this thing's Torrent, which really does not make a difference because I don't have any water moves, but he goes for the Hydro Pump, and he actually misses, which is quite unfortunate for him. He does not want to take a Thunderbolt, I'm guessing, as I predict a switch, and I'm just going to go for a Thunder Wave, trying to paralyze whatever he brings in. Turns out to be the Metagross, which is actually perfect for me because that's going to really hinder this thing and make it a lot easier to take care of later. So now this thing's all nice and slow, and I do not want to take a physical attack, so I'm going to go ahead and switch into my 2 Zaps, which is my shiny Zapdos here. Going to bring out the pressure as this thing actually ends up Mega Evolving. I believe that Mega Metagross was banned in overused Smogon tiers, but I think it happened like pretty recently, so I'm guessing he probably just didn't know that, but it doesn't really matter either way, as he goes for a Hammer Arm. That was what I was worried about on Porygon 2, but Zapdos has no problem taking that, as I am max defense, max HP, so I'm able to come out here, take that shit, and eat some leftovers and be in a pretty good spot. So this Zapdos is actually built for support with Defog and Roost and stuff, but I actually do have Heat Wave for coverage, so I go for that. Kind of expected him to switch out, but he actually ends up staying in there. It did a solid chunk to it, so that's pretty nice, as he actually ends up breaking through the paralysis and just goes straight for a Zen Headbutt, which is going to knock me below half, and the Zapdos is looking pretty useful this match, so expecting him to want to switch out here and not want to lose his Metagross early, I'm going to go for a Roost, as he ends up switching into his Silvally thing. Silvally's such a weird Pokemon, but it's pretty interesting. This is actually a normal type one, so I don't really know what this thing's going to want to go for. I know that they go for like Parting Shot and stuff, and they actually hit pretty hard with like Double Edge and shit, but at full HP here, I'm not really too afraid of this thing, so I'm actually just going to stay in, as he does go for the Parting Shot, which is going to lower both of my attacks, which does kind of suck. The Zapdos is going to be a lot less useful if not able to hit as hard. So he's going to now switch into the Delmice, as I'm just going to go straight for a Thunderbolt, trying to get some stab damage off on that Silvally. But obviously, Delmice is pretty damn specially defensive, and he's going to take that pretty easily. So I don't know what this thing wants to go for. Really, I don't want to stay in here because I know I'm not going to be able to hit very hard with that special attack drop. So I decided to take this opportunity and make a hard switch into my Pinsir here. So Dick Pinch comes out, the OG, as he goes for a Shadow Claw. That does knock me below half, but I know that a boosted return after Mega Evolution will be able to take that thing out. So I go ahead and Mega Evolve here. It's not even till later that I realized I brought the wrong Pinsir. This actually doesn't have any happiness points, so his return is actually pretty damn weak. So I go for the return here, and I see it hits the Metagross, and it does like pretty much nothing. And I was like, well, maybe that's just like a defensive Metagross or some shit, I don't know. But either way, I am able to go for a close combat. That will take care of the Metagross, and that is pretty freaking sweet. That's a big threat out of the way, especially seeing that it was a Mega Metagross that could have caused a lot of problems. But that thing is down, and now he's going to bring in the Mimikyu. So I need to take care of this thing early on. I also noticed I have 69 HP there, giggity. But yeah, so I'm really afraid of this thing. I know that my Mew is going to have some problems with this dude, so I decided to switch directly into my Azumarill. And the reason being is because I want to get rid of this thing's disguise as early as possible. It will make it a lot easier to take care of. So he sets up a Swords Dance. I'm going to hit it with an Aqua Jet just to be able to get rid of the decoy. It doesn't really matter what I hit it with, so I just hit it with the priority, as he is going to go for a Shadow Claw after a Swords Dance. It will be a 2-hit KO. I am max HP and max attack, so I am able to take that, which is nice. But here, I'm going to go ahead and predict the Shadow Sneak, and I make a risky play and go right into my Porygon 2. The reason for that is because I knew that if he went for the Shadow Sneak, I'd be able to take at least one attack from this thing, even being a play rough, and then I'll be able to hit it with a Thunder Wave, which will make it really slow and easy to take care of. So that's pretty much what this Porygon does, kind of just spreads the paras all around, which is really useful. But anyway, I do get the para off on that thing, which is perfect. Unfortunately for him, he actually gets the para hacks first turn. He does still outspeed me, which is kind of funny. Mimikyu is fast as fuck. That little Shroomish with a Pikachu hat on is super quick, but he actually ends up getting para twice in a row, which I wasn't even really hoping for. I was kind of just banking on him just finishing off my Porygon 2. That way I'd be able to bring in a revenge switch, but it didn't really work out that way. He does break through the third time. A play rough is going to take care of my rubber ducky, as the Mimikyu is looking super easy to take care of now that he's down to like a red HP, so I figure I'm just going to bring in my dick pinch, as I'm just going to go for a nice little quick attack, and that will take care of the Mimikyu. So down goes that thing. That's the second big threat out of the way, and things are looking pretty solid at this point. So now he's going to bring in the Primarina yet again. Here's when I realized my return has absolutely no power behind it, so I go for it. I was expecting it to honestly kill, but it does like nothing, as I checked after, and this pincer kind of hates me. So that return did nothing. Although the good news to come out of this is it gives me a free switch into my Mew, and this is perfect because after running damage calcs, I should be able to take at least one attack from the Primarina. So I take this opportunity knowing I'm going to outspeed. I go for the nasty plot, go ahead and get that +2 in special attack, as he throws the moon at me, but Mew is not afraid of the fucking moon, as I'm able to live that with 26 HP, which is awesome. And now it is time to bust out the power. So I'm going to go for the Mewnium Z. This shit is, I've actually never even seen this until I started messing around with this Mew, but it is amazing. Honestly, the animation's pretty freaking sweet to start off. So I go for the Genesis Supernova, and honestly nothing's living that, especially after a nasty plot. I summon the fucking power of the DNA up on this bitch, and honestly I would not want to be that Primarina right about now. So I go for that. It's basically just a really strong psychic, and that is going to take care of the Primarina. The cool part about Mew's Z move is that it actually does summon the psychic terrain after its attack, and the cool part about that is going to make it so no priority moves can be used, which is pretty sweet, along with it's going to boost my psychics. So he's not going to bring in his Delmice. It's pretty specially defensive, but it's not going to be able to live a boosted psychic, especially after a nasty plot. Then he brings in the Silvally, and Mew is honestly just way too fast. I'm able to outspeed everything on his team, and a psychic is going to take care of his weird, like, deformed, like, robot horse thing. So down goes that, and his last Pokemon is the Charizard, who we haven't gotten to see pretty much do anything yet, which is kind of unfortunate, but a psychic is going to be able to take care of that thing. So down goes the Charizard, and Mewnium Z is honestly overpowered. That shit is a fucking threat. If you let this thing set up a nasty plot, it's pretty difficult to take care of. But it's honestly really fun using this team, because a lot of people expect my Mew to be a utility one with like Will-O-Wisp and like Soft Boiled and all that fun stuff, but then he just comes out, thinks some nasty thoughts, and then just fucks your shit up with Mewnium Z. But either way, that was a pretty interesting match. I will probably have a couple more matches up with this team because it's really fun to use. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Wi-Fi battles. Peace out.